All right, now still on top of the Good Morning Naija show now we did this morning. And the matter we want to talk about, so now the one we busy don't they make way well. Everybody don't they talk about them. This one now as a consigned bully. And a lot of people go on begin asking, waiting with bully self. Bully now when it be say you won't be get person when it be say you pass for power or for class and won't subject them to do something where you want them to do, where themselves they don't want to do because of say you get power past them. And the case we be say they in focus so now the case of that Sylvester Oromoni case we be say we don't talk about since the young boy for Darwin College we be say some seniors there for the school bege so they come force something put for him body me mouth drink we can finally kill him. Well, we get a certified professional counselor for the house we go join us talk the matter. Her name is Tayo Owushino. She go follow us put mouth for inside this matter as a counselor. We won't look at from that aspect. People will be say they guide children. They suppose tell children, look children mind, know as they go behave and correct their characters them. How this matter for use they different and all of that. Tayo, good morning. Tayo, good morning. You did hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but not pigeon would speak.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now, pigeon English now go use address this matter. So make we look at bullying for secondary schools first of all. As a counselor, which role will be say the school counselor for play for inside this matter? Will be say things say they no play, we make the matter go bad.
I did her piece very well that I did on top this show this morning. And before I go even talk about the roles of the counselor, I think it's important that I let us know that bullying is as old as humanity. So it is not something that is just emerging. It's always been here. And I said that for a reason. When, yes, my perspectives a lot is going to be from the perspective of a counselor. When issues like this are happening in the society, especially at this level, at the state level, at the national level, and how we handle it determines what happens for students, for schools, for everybody, in terms of whether bullying continues or we're able to stem it. And it's important I mention that. And going back to the question of what is the role of the counselor? Well, the role of the counselor is huge in the fabric of stemming bullying in the school. Yes, there are many people, there are many stakeholders around the school system, because bullying is a social and ecological problem. It involves like many people. It involves many stakeholders, individuals themselves, families, the peer group, the school itself, in terms of administrators, the teachers, the school counselor, the community, the society. So it's speaking to the fabric of us as human beings. So the role of counselor here, yes, significant, but first of all, goes hand in hand with the role of every other person in this community. Now, what's the role of the counselor? Of course, as a school counselor, the counselor identifies at the very early onset of bullying, because there is no bullying that happens in isolation.
Yeah.
There is no bullying that happens in isolation.
Yeah.
So at the onset of it, there would have been antecedents. At the onset of it, the counselor identifies this, then gets the student, intervenes. Let me just say the counselor then intervenes. So the counselor identifies, then creates interventions that are suitable for the evidences from, depending on what the real activity of the bullying is. All right?
Okay, now looking at this situation where Shelley, so the conversation, people don't give their own different opinions about them. And one of the conversation where Pressure has been asked, say, if something like this will happen inside school, waiting the dorm masters, we go there, the hostels, they do when situations like this will happen. Now, in a case where the students no fee approach the counselor or the dorm masters, because of probably fear of the unknown, isn't there any way where these counselors or the dorm masters fit even intervene without, just because of the signs where they see? Or if there have been constant conversations between the counselors and the students, should they not go notice certain changes from the students per time? Or is it only when the students come to them that's when they can intervene? One understand how that works actually.
That's a very great question, because are they not seeing the signs? That's what you have asked. They know they see signs. They know they see, say, this student where in clothes read like this.
Yeah.
This student where come to me, tell me, say, somebody they chance me, somebody they disturb me, somebody they beats me, and or somebody this students where they say, oh, is a happy-go-lucky student before.
Yeah.
This student on the day moody. This student don't they know they eat as in they eat before for school. This student not don't they, some changes are beginning to occur. These are some of the things that should actually be identified. So are they not seeing it? Well, that's a different conversation, because these are things that should be seen. So yes, we can say sometimes even the school, the dorm masters, the teachers in that settings, sometimes also even need to be schooled in identifying some of these signs. Because sometimes we let it slip. We see the signs, but we let it slip. Okay. We not just we don't just take them serious. We don't take these students serious sometimes. And they are beginning to tell us, if they told us about it, it's because it's making them uncomfortable.
True.
Bullying is a behavior, and as a behavior, it is intentionally and repeatedly inflicted on another person.
Yes.
So that means there is a repetition of it. So if there's a repetition, at the point where they happen firsthand, first of all, if we were more observant as dorm masters, as house mistress, as teachers in the settings, even as counselors and all that, if we were observant, we go identify from the very when the thing is starting. When the boy don't they talk about him, when the girl don't they talk about him, don't they behave somehow, don't come to us, come confide in us, or say, this thing they happen to me. When they confide in us, there has to be something that we have to take it up. And there is no, that's nothing now, just move on.
Just be a man and stop.
That's okay.
Yeah.
There's no small matter when they can't report anything to you as a young person, as a teenager, or as a younger kid. Every time they come to report, it is important, no matter how flimsy it looks.
True.
So I'm looking at the matter like this, with the whole progression, the way the whole team resort to the school, bringing out a statement. Now, if you be somebody with the side of the school, as at that time, say, okay, don't reach this level, what thing you for do differently?
Well, that's an interesting question. First of all, we'll get to this level, and that's my.
No, make we assume say you don't reach this level, because one of the things we really they upset the masses about the school now that initial statement where they first bring that. Say the boy now just football he go play, they come give him a little bit of drugs. From there, it was okay. They call a counselor, they come say, okay, make they come carry and go treat well. Now that initial statement, now really they make a lot of people they vex. So I just they want to ask you as a counselor, put yourself on the side of the school. What do you for do differently?
Well, like I said, as a school counselor in that settings, I am going to we will be more proactive. I will be more proactive in that settings, and being more proactive is even preventing this case, if preventing it from degenerating to this level. I'm going to be more proactive in that settings.
You not see this situation of schools these days, that they more concerned about their image rather than the student life.
That's
that's very correct. That's very correct, because yes, a school is set up to be beneficial to the students, to the society, right? Also, we know that part of the fabric of part of the architecture of the school is sustainability. However, we must not, at the expense of sustainability, lose humanity.
True. True.
Students.
True.
So we need to bring humanity back to education system. These people are human beings. I like to be at the side of prevention, and that's why in our organization, would rather, we go on prevention, because you can't, at the expense of, we don't want this to overblow. If you follow the story very well, you will see the instances of reported cases.
True.
When the cases were reported earlier on, what happened? There are different kinds of bullying. We have verbal bullying, social bullying, physical bullying, cyber bullying. Now, what happened in the case of Sylvester was height of, like, the extreme case of physical bullying. Now, and unfortunately, the letter is demarked. Now, before then, there would have been some subtle bullying. They threatened him, they've verbally, assaulted him, harassed him, they've isolated him, they've excluded him in social settings, and all of those sort of things. Those things are already existing in the school. And the way it works is,
Go ahead.
So I be one ask one question. Sorry for cutting you, because you don't already map out the things and we be say for notice and order for the school. But my concern now be say the children will be say bully this pikin, then from family, then get parents. The pikin itself from family, then get parents. So which role will parents get to play for this matter in terms of, first of all, noticing all these things on time, both for the pikin where they bully and for the pikin where they bully, and then taking preventive measures, just as you talk, say prevention better pass cure.
Yeah.
right. Beautiful. When it comes to bullying, because of the nature of bullying, the social ecological construct of bullying, the family is a key stakeholder. Family gets a big role. They have matter on top this matter. Let me say that. As in, it's a big role they have to play in this whole issue.
Okay.
The family is the first social environment the child is exposed to. In fact, whatever your child go do, your child learnt it from whatever environment the child has as my home. Whether a biological family home, or an adopted family home, or a foster family home, wherever the child has as home, where he get born into, where he get raised into, from that age, say from 0 to like 5-6 year old, before he gets to his school age, when he enters school fully, that experience for the child, how he interacted, how the child they interact with him siblings or older one, younger one, how he interacts with his parents. Now him, the child go out for school, that's the same way the child go they behave when he gets outside. Now, we used to say something for my practice. We did talk something, say every behavior has a structure. So this bullying thing, now behavior, now we see where the child will do. And for the child to do that, now something where they influence the child, make the child do that.
Yes.
Waiting they go on in the head of the child, waiting they go on in the heart of the child. Now, waiting they go on in the head of the child is formed by waiting go in his family. So the child where they observe papa, they bully mama. The child where they observe elder brother, they bully elder sister. That child is a victim already. So there is higher possibility for the child that is in an environment, home environment, where we say na tension, where we say na aggression, where we say na bullying, na threat, where they there, no pleasure at all. The child they stressed every time. That kind of child is very likely. There's every likelihood that child will fall victim of bullying, either as a bully or as a victim of bullying.
Wow.
Now, this thing,
a critical factor to play.
Yeah, this point where you don't give, so they're very, very clear and direct, and we appreciate you say you even talk about these ones like this. I just want to ask this final conversation. Looking at the video where we watch now and the follow-up of the story, where don't they happen, where the papa talk say the boy self don't they tell him, say this some kind of things they happen for school where you know like, and they collect improvisation, all those kind of things. Now, growing up, it has been a mindset. Say if they send you go boarding school, they want make you hard, make you feel they all right, make you feel stand on your own as Pekin. So as counselor where you be now, you feel say that now right perspective where parents they carry to send their children go boarding school. It is a right ideology, because if Pekin don't take them from house, say I'm sending you to this boarding school so that you can be strong, you know go come house, come they open up to you, or they tell you as they treat him for them, because his expectation or your expectation of him not to be strong Pekin. So wait till you feel talk about these things sharply before we wrap up this yarning.
Well, for different parents, there are different reasons where they sell their kids to boarding school.
Okay.
I mean, now I work with parents of kids. And a lot of times, many of them, they send their kids to school for convenience, to boarding school for convenience.
For convenience, okay.
Yeah. And so, to say you send them go school to go day strong, that's already in a mindset. And that tells us, that don't point to us the kind mindset where they the household, where the guy they come with. So that guy, that boy, that child, the possibility for him to fall victim of bullying is very high, because already now to go to school, go day strong, does it mean that the father feels the child is not strong before? So if the father already feels that, the boy can get that vibration, can get that mindset from the father, can introject that. So when the child gets to school, the child going to behave like victim already, because already now victim they sent to school to go day strong.
Oh, thank you.
So I mean, it goes round. It's a cycle, and I must say this: when there is a case of bullying and there is no intervention, the cycle continues. Every case of bullying needs another case of bullying, which is why on this matter where they ground, my perspective to it is what happens after this. Justice or judgment, waiting the consequence of. If consequence no they met, which is what it didn't come, come from the family, come from the school. Consequence no come. The people where they observe them, they say, I feel do this thing now. This is how to get what I want, and nothing go happen.
Yeah.
The learned behavior, and in social learning, they don't need to teach you how to. You they observe.
As you observe things.
You they observe your senior. You they observe your leader.
Thank you.
They go do one.
Thank you.
The cycle.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Temitayo
so much.
Owoshina. Thank you for your time where you just carry to come teach us on top this very, very matter. Thank you. I hope so we'll get you another time where we call you like this.
Thank you so much. I'm happy for coming. Thank you for having me.
Okay, thank you.